You're listening to The Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, and co-host Keelan Harvey on Alternative Talk AM 1150. Now, back to the show with local mortgage experts Tina Mitchell and Keelan Harvey.
Welcome back to The Money Hour on 1150 AM KKNW. I am your host, Tina Mitchell.
And your co-host, Keelan Harvey. Almost missed that one right there.
Yeah, well, I missed the date. It's the Saturday, November 16th show. We are your local mortgage experts. It's a great day to talk about money. And that's what the show is all about, how to make money, how to save money so you can have a better quality of life for you and your family. If you're listening to our show at a different time or day, you are listening to a rebroadcast, but we are here to connect you with the guests that we have on the show. Please call the show at 1-855-400-1150. Again, that's 1-855-400-1150 or online at themoneyhour.com. In studio right now, we have Sam Turco of Virtuance Photography powered by science. Sam, thank you so much for coming in. First time joining us. Very excited.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and a little bit about Sam. Sam is the sales and marketing consultant with Virtuance in the greater Seattle area. He recently started working there and is excited to start his career in sales for such a great company and service. Graduating in 2017, he's so young.
Right?
Well, you're young too, Keelan, but
not that young.
From Connecticut College with a degree in philosophy. He is continuing to learn, grow, and to teach. Recently, his commitment to learning about all aspects of real estate has brought him here today to talk more about Virtuance and the value they can bring to their brokers.
Love it. Sam, who is Virtuance and what the heck do you do for him?
So Virtuance is a technology company that produces real estate photography with quantifiable results. So I'm the district representative again in the greater Seattle area.
Quantifiable results. I like that.
Yeah, I love that. So, Sam, what sets you aside in your company from other photographers?
So our big differentiator is HD Real, our technology that helps realtors win more listings. And we also have a team behind us that provides a full service of marketing real estate. This means it's super easy to order a shoot online. Our images are incredibly consistent, and we provide so much value with our packages.
That's fantastic. How important are pictures? I mean, they're so important. That's the first thing people see are the pictures.
First impression.
Yeah, and I was looking on Redfin, and there's some terrible pictures out there, which they're not getting the traffic that they can get. And it sounds like you guys have stepped it up with this HD Reel. Can you talk a little bit about what HD Reel is?
Yeah, definitely. So HD Reel, we did 2 years of buyer psychology research to determine what makes a buyer click on an image, as well as what the most effective features and angles are to include when marketing real estate. With this information, we developed HD Reel, which is our proprietary image processing system. HD Reel uses 25 different machine learning algorithms that incorporate this data to attract buyers to your listings when they're looking through them online.
Well, that's really exciting. And yeah, with technology and all the things that you can do to really strategically think about, we hear always talking about target market. I say your perfect market, but how do you attract your perfect market? You have to have the data to know who that is and have the technology. So that's really great that you guys offer that in your service and definitely set you aside from your competitors. So Sam, what are the top 3 things a listing agent and seller can do to sell their listings faster?
So one thing is definitely photography. Real Trends, a respected source in our industry, reports that you can double your gross commission income by doing nothing more than investing in a professional photography service. That being said, search engine optimization is another thing you should definitely look into. If they're not looking at the images, if they're not seeing the images in the first place, you're not going to get any traffic. Other than that, at the end of the day, it all comes down to marketing. And a part of that is, cleaning up your house a little bit. One of the great things about Virtuance is our photographers will do a little 2-minute walkthrough of all the houses just to kind of declutter it a little bit, take things away that shouldn't be there. But at the end of the day, as a realtor, it's really important to market your property in the best light, whether that is staging the home or, just cleaning it up in general.
Yeah, and I work with some of the best real estate agents, so I don't have to do the typical interviewing that you would as a typical seller. But if I did not, I would be looking at other properties that the agent has listed, they have on the market, and see what they're doing for their marketing and their pictures, and because that's a great idea. That's a great way to be able to determine what they're going to do for you. And when there's more properties on the market, the pictures are the first impression, and they're just going to put it in that delete section, which they're not going to see it anymore. So it's going to be determined whether they're going to go out and continue to want more information on that home. So it's critically important.
And we have the attention span of a gnat now. So if it doesn't get you right then you're probably just going to move on. So what's the most power? You mentioned marketing. What's your advice on marketing tools when it comes to helping agents list their properties?
Yeah, and so going off, people having the attention of a gnat, you have 7 seconds to capture a buyer's attention when they're online, and within 20 seconds, a buyer will determine if they're going to schedule a showing or not for that listing. So your first impression and how you market your property is really important. In 2018, Tobii Pro, a leading eye tracking company, compared photography solutions to determine which was the most effective when capturing buyers' attention. Homeowners were asked to view a screen of a bunch of listing images, and what the study found was that the people noticed our images faster and their eyes stayed on them longer than any of the other professional images. And so we give you the best chance to sell your home faster and for a higher sale price by attracting more people to your listings while they're looking through, tons and tons of them online.
Yeah, so important. So I know that your company does a lot. Talk about some other kinds of services that Virtuance offers.
Yeah, so included in every package of images that you get with us, we provide a virtual tour, which is a slideshow of still images stitched together, playing music and that kind of thing. We have a stats report that shows you the traffic each website you post to, like Redfin, Zillow, wherever. We show you the traffic you're getting on the individual images as well as the sites, so you can see which images are the most popular. We also give you agent branding with your images and unbranded if you'd like. We have school ratings and how close they are, a map of the surrounding area. All these things just make it really easy for you to, first of all, market your property properly, but then it's also incredibly easy, just a few clicks away, to upload the images to your specific MLS. We also have 13 other enhancements that you can add on, such as 360 panoramas, drone and aerial shots and videos, subdivision package showing images portraying the benefit of a community close by. Something else you have to keep in mind is the listing tools we provide realtors that they can use in their listing appointments to have something tangible to show sellers how they're going to market their property and all the perks associated with our service.
That's sweet, Sam. It sounds like you have a whole suite of stuff. They can go in as hard as they want as far as what they want their properties to look like, from the community to the house to the 360. That's fantastic. I was talking a little bit about winter and being sad. Me and Tina are never sad, so that doesn't count. But what are the pros and cons, in your opinion, in what you do of selling a home in the wintertime?
Yeah, so great question. As we get into the winter season, people are often focused on the holidays and budgeting. I know in real estate houses, market slows down a lot. So as it gets colder, days are shorter, which can put a damper on sellers wanting to put their homes up on the market. That being said, with less homes on the market, it means there's less competition. You can use that as a selling point for potential buyers. Have them come and buy it at the right time, market it that way. In addition, companies are looking to oftentimes hire new employees around the start of January or February, so making relocations popular in the wintertime.
Yeah, and I would think also with the holidays coming up, yes, there's not as much inventory out on the market, which is great for a seller. There's not as much competition on the other side of the coin. There's not as many buyers because buyers are focusing on the holiday. But what a great opportunity, looking at the glass half full, to really take advantage of the holidays, because people are really emotionally connected to home in the holidays. And so making sure that you've got the decorations and the smells and all of that. And would you say you have to be really careful in how you're doing that and what you have in your home to make sure that you're keeping it neutral and not too,
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's different, and you got to, market accordingly, or just keep track of the the type of people you want to help out.
Yeah.
And, at the end of the day, you want to help out everyone. So just being open to that is definitely important.
Exactly. So how are millennials changing the home buying market, Sam?
So going off relocation a little bit and the new employees trickling in, many young people work in the tech industry, especially in the Seattle area. Millennials love digital, so they're using the internet as well as home buying apps to help with the home buying process. They're looking for high quality images and virtual tours and techie stuff like that, especially in a place like Seattle. That being said, millennials like consistency and they rely heavily on word of mouth when deciding on an agent to help them out. So 58% of millennial home buyers rely on referrals when deciding who to work with. They're also the most likely age group to recommend agents to their peers, surprisingly enough. And as techie as they are, we actually prefer good old-fashioned phone calls and in-person meetings to emails or texts when deciding on a home. So keep that in mind, realtors.
Yeah, love that, because a lot of times they think the exact opposite.
Right.
That's not true. Yes.
So, Sam, tell us about how does an agent get a hold of you or contact you about your services, and more importantly, the best way that they should with this huge suite product of suite. How would I say that?
You like the word sweet.
It's like a suite because it's like a yeah. I don't know.
Sweet
it's just,
service.
Service.
Yeah, of services. How do they contact you and figure out what's best for their property?
Yeah, great question. So we have a fantastic client success team that you can talk to more about all of our services, enhancements to make sure you're marketing the property in the best light possible. There's a lot of different options, and just making sure you're aware of all of those and what might be best for you. Every house is different. In addition, our website is a great tool and for learning more about the real estate industry through our blogs, and we have a lot of tools there. You're always welcome to reach out to me as well. I'm always looking to network more, meet more people, and talk more about our service as well as real estate in general. I'm happy to learn more.
And what about if they're wanting to schedule a shoot, Sam?
So you can ordering a shoot is really easy. They can go to our website or give our team a call. Ordering online at virtuance.com is simple, and we have a very quick turnaround time. Once you order with us, we'll shoot your property within 1 to 3 business days. And after a shoot, the HD reel images will be sent to you by 5 p.m. the next day.
Wow, that's good turn time.
Yeah, definitely check us out there.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Well, we got to talk about you a little bit, Sam. We do this to all of our guests, and why is it
Sometimes
important?
we do.
Sometimes we do.
Depends on our time.
Unfortunately, you fell into that today. Fortunately, yes. I was trying to be kind to him on the unfortunate. I love this question because it's really important to me and Tina about our why. If you don't know your why, it's very hard to be it's very hard to be successful
Absolutely.
at what you do. So I wanted to hear, why do you do what you do?
So I for a while was looking into different areas and trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my career. Or, one of the things I fell into, and what some of my friends have recommended to me just based on our conversations and what they're looking for and what they found in sales, is they thought I would be good at it. One of the great things about sales is you can put as much work as you want into it, and you're going to constantly get results back. I think as far as Virtuance goes, it's a great company for me to start at. I've loved working with everyone I've met so far. I am the only representative in the Seattle area, so I'm alone, but I'm on calls with the friends at HQ all the time, and they're very helpful and supportive. And I'm looking forward to learning a bunch of skills and developing my own skills and moving forward with my career.
Yeah, and I met you when I was speaking for the organization, and when you presented yourself, I thought, wow, I need to get him into studio. And yeah, what you'll notice is all of your business partners become your peeps here when you're working with them. So that's great. As we're wrapping up time here, I would love to ask you one more question, because you talked a lot about the team, and I'm a believer in embracing your strengths, hiring out your weaknesses, and really working for a company that supports you for team. So who is the team? What do they do for you?
So we've got a great team. Our headquarters is in Denver, Colorado, and we've been around since 2010. We're open in 29 markets, I believe, around the country at the moment. So we have our headquarters over there in Denver, and my manager Todd is over there, and our sales trainer Haley, who's super helpful with training me, and my coworker Cheryl, who's in the LA market. They were super helpful. Helping to train us, teach us skills, and everything about Virtuance was a little overwhelming, but learned a lot, and I'm really happy to be here and be able to talk more about it.
Love that. Well, Sam, thank you so much for joining us in studio. Look forward to having you back again in the future.
Great. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Coming up next on the Money Hour, we have Why Mobile Messaging with Andre Cunningham of Returning Point Mobile Messaging right here in 1150 AM KKNW after the short break.